Did y'all even know a lot of instructions are right on the back of the boxes of the canning, telling you what needs to be pressure canned and also what can be water bath canned. So keep that in mind. Now, like I always tell y'all, you know, I'm first time doing this, so don't look at everything I do. Everything I do is not going to be, you know, the God's gospel of how it's done. But what I'm trying to do is impress upon you, if I can do it, you can do it. And pretty much, you know, I was led into doing it just by following my YouTubers. And Lead Farmer called out Cheryl's Organic Food Forest and Homestead Heart. And I began watching these ladies can, and I wanted to do it as well. And then just starting to get the sense of, if I'm growing all this stuff, you know, how am I going to keep all this stuff besides just the freezer? And I don't like a lot of freezer food. I'm the main one person who will throw freezer food in the trash. So, because it get, you know, freezer burnt or whatever. So, I thought it would be beneficial for me to learn how to can, so I started paying attention. And most of everything I've done is water bath canning. But I have a pressure canner now. I have a pressure canner from 1951. And I have a pressure canner from 2020. So I just don't have anything to pressure can yet. I may purchase something. I may not. But I know I'm going to purchase something. Because I got it now. But, you know, it's just so hot. You know, I don't know if I want to put all of that heat in this house, you know? Okay, so, yeah, I know I ain't getting no tomatoes. These are from the farmer's market. I got them from a good friend of mine named Miss Elizabeth from Asante's Kitchen here in Columbia, South Carolina. She gave them to me, and these are the tomatoes I have. Had I not had these tomatoes, let me show you what I would have had to use. So, yeah. This is the biggest my tomatoes got. These are from the farmer's market here in Columbia, South Carolina. So as you can see, I got tomatoes. I got freezer bags full of these size. And I'm probably going to make salt, like marinara with those. I just let them ripen on the table. And then once they ripen, I just put them in the freezer. Simple as that. One more thing I wanted to go ahead and talk about. So these tomatoes are large. I wouldn't say this is a medium tomato. I would say this is a large tomato. This package calls for 6 pounds of tomatoes, which is, they're saying 18 medium tomatoes make about 6 pounds. And you can use canned as well. And you can use a 14-ounce can, diced can tomatoes to make this as well. So I'm gonna do a guesstimate. I'm gonna use chop this all by hand because I like chunky stuff. I don't like soupy stuff. So the chunkier the better. Let me see. How much do I want to use, or how many? If they say 18, this is 25 pounds. And I have those. I have 3 packets, all those vegetables, and all these 25 pounds of tomatoes. I'm going to use all of them. So, I solved that quick. I'm just going to make them all. And I'm going to make all salsa. And I'm pretty sure it'll be good. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So since I'm working with a lot of tomatoes, I've only got my bag ice. I don't want to, work my machine refrigerator to death trying to get some ice, so I just use bag ice. So this method that I'm about to use is supposed to help you get the skin off better. Now, this is my ice water. This is my empty container that I'm going to rough chop and then drop them. Because eventually I got to cook them right back in this pot. If this pot big enough, but they say do not cook it in an aluminum pan. So I'm going to follow those directions. For whatever reason, I ain't learned yet, but I'll Google it and educate myself. So, even though these tomatoes are very firm, they got some damage to them, but, cut it out. So they say put the X on them. And I'm telling you, I did this before. The water is not covering it, so that could be a problem. So I'm going to have to put some more water in here. Okay, so, okay, then they say drop it in here, right? Chop that bad baby. Chop there, do. Chop there, do. The kids love that chop there, do. So, okay, it's cold. So it's split a little more, but let's see this time. It came out pretty easy. Easier than the first time I ever did it. I get some. Oh, I got get my compost bucket. So it is coming in the ugly spots. I'll just cut them out. Not trying to save any seeds or anything like that. Not removing any seeds. Okay, I feel like it did a little better than the first time I did it. Oh, I did it with the peaches. I did it with the... Oh, yeah, this is much better. I've been looking for me... I hadn't looked on Amazon yet, but I want one of those things to core this out of this tomato. But I had to do it old faithful way. Now that I'm working with more food, I'm starting to need more gadgets, kitchen gadgets. So I'll just go online and order me something. I've always wanted to order stuff from Pampered Chef. I've been to a Pampered Chef party. What did I get? I'm pretty sure I got something, but I don't remember exactly what. So I'm just going to pour it out like that. And any bad spots that I see. And this tomato got a lot of crunch in it. Any bad spots I see, I'll just cut it out. And then I'm going to... cut it up about like that. It's gonna break down anyway, so. And I got a whole case to do, and y'all know I ain't gonna let y'all sit here and watch me do no whole case. I'll give y'all some little talk from time to time, and that's about it. I think I should go a little smaller with my cuts. Oh, this is gonna be a mess, honey. This is making too much juice factor. Okay. Alright, y'all, got a lot of cutting up to do. Thank you for hanging out with me. Y'all, The tomatoes is the hardest work ever. This is tiresome. I don't know if because I'm standing up or what I'm doing. Oh, I got a trick for all of this next time. This. I'm gonna go ahead and knock it out now. But one thing I need to do, I can't turn off the stove because I need my water to keep boiling. Wanna be a baller. But yeah. Look at my fingers. They're gonna be all wrinkly. I end up going to a bigger knife. I'm finished the half of the box, but you know, I blanched some, cooled them, so I got them here waiting, and you gotta chop them, and man. And I've been a prep before, guys. I guess I'm coming up here to do some talking because ain't nothing playing on Pandora worth listening to. But I used to be a prep. I've been a prep at Chick-fil-A. Hey, what do you say? Some Chick-fil-A today. I've worked the front line at Chick-fil-A. I did a lot at Chick-fil-A. So it's my pleasure to do this for you guys. But anyway, I know my way around the kitchen. I know my way around the knife, but this right here feels like I have to change my mind about it. I feel like this is a lot of work, but let me rephrase why I'm doing this. It is, yes, it is some work. I mean, a case of tomatoes. I mean, y'all, I used to squeeze a case of lemons. 5 cases, because I used to be good like that. Had to learn to be good, but I've sliced a case of tomatoes with the machine, not taking the skin off. I've never did this like this before on this scale. Taking the skin off. And just think, I gotta make spaghetti sauce next, because I gotta start getting my canning life together. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and think about what God has pressed upon me to do, and it's important to go ahead and do it. I'm not doing nothing in my day that I couldn't have done this and knocked this out. And I'm just going to continue to thrive and do it. Other than that, I want a chair. I could get a chair if I want one, but I got to blend, get the skin off these tomatoes, so there's no need for me to do all that. But next time, I think what I'm gonna do is, now that I'm thinking out loud, talking to myself on camera, I think I'm gonna do all the tomatoes first, get them all ready with the blanching and the cooling. Then I'm gonna sit my butt down in the chair, and then do all the skin removal, because it's a case. This is like a restaurant, a quantity amount. So next time I'm just gonna do it like that. That's a plan, right? That's a plan, because this little mason bowl I got over here is almost filled to the rim with brim. I can show y'all. So this bowl is not even going to be enough, and I still haven't. I got the ones washed in the sink, but I don't have them done. But you know what? I'm talking about next time. Let me do that this time. So I got through the first half. The next half, I'm going to go ahead and go ahead and blanch them all, get them all cooled off. All the ice melted anyway from this batch. I'm going to go ahead right now, implement what I said. And I'm going to take the skin off of all of these. I'm going to blanch them all and cool them all and sit my butt down somewhere. Whew. Alright. Y'all heard me say I had to cop a seat. I keep looking at this bowl right here. Like, that's a lot. A little attitude about this thing right about now. You know, remember that time I made the cucumber, the relish, the blueberry jam, and the peach jam? Oh, this got that beat. And I made what? Mounds. What else I made that day? I made chocolate mounds for my husband, relish, blueberry jam, and peach jelly. When I tell y'all these tomatoes got that beat, got it beat. Got it beat. Got it beat. You know, I was sitting here thinking, you know, because, you know, since I've been on YouTube and stuff, I follow people, and, you know, everybody's more so like, I don't know if everybody think about the same thing at the same time, or everybody just do everything at the same time, or is it a trend of doing things alike, you know? But I'm not really... I'm new to YouTube, so I'm gonna do it my way, of course, and it's okay. And, you know, people the true subscribers that I do have, you know, they appreciate, you know, my content. So I just keep going, because at the end of the day, this is a part of my journey in life, and, you know, I'm happy to be going on it. I just started incorporating canning. That wasn't really, I mean, it was pressed upon me because, you know, other people were doing it, to be honest. But it was something to think about. You know, I plan on growing. And I knew, like, right off the top, I wanted a lot of tomatoes so I can make my own tomato sauce, so we don't never have to buy tomato sauce again. So I was thinking like that. But I wasn't thinking about canning. You know, and then when canning got pressed upon me, you know, I was like, oh, snap, she putting raw chicken legs in the jar? You can do that? You know, so that's pretty much how I was thinking. You know, you ride that? So, you know, preserving is a must. You know, my grandmother I've never seen them preserve nothing. I have my grandmother, I'm named after my namesake. My grandmother's name is Lydia. My name is Lydia. And my other grandmother's name is Mary. Now, I started having memories of my grandma Britt, which is Mary Britt. I started having visions or memory of her doing work, you know, having a garden at one of her houses, and you know, some of the dishes she used to make with zucchini and stuff like that. Because when I was a little girl, you could give me anything. I ate everything, anything and everything. So I still do to this day. It's not many things that I don't like. So now that I'm interested in growing my own food, I really much want to grow anything and everything and figure it out. And so then once you start doing that, how do you preserve it? Like with the eggplant. I'm looking at some right now. So I cooked about 10 of those this weekend for my birthday weekend. Thank you all for all the birthday shout outs. So I made something called legume, which I have a friend that's from Haiti. All my Haitians that follow me, hey. She make a dish called legume. So I've only had it from her. I tried to make it a while ago, back when I was living in Richmond, Virginia. That's where I moved from. I made it one time before, and it wasn't like hers, of course. So I'm up in South Carolina, and I've been craving it a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and fix it. I got all this eggplant, but I need a cabbage. I don't have no cabbage, so I had to go buy a store-bought cabbage. So I make the legume. I made it without meat because I was thinking about sharing it with a friend of mine, but I didn't share it. So anyway, I'm eating it all. But next time I will can it. I want to can it. So when I do crave it, I have it. You know? So I'm going to be canning. And look at it. Look. It's just juicy. I'm at my kitchen table now. And the eating table, which we don't eat in here. We eat right in the kitchen at the island. Or in our room. Yeah, we do. It's our business. So, anyway, I was going to jar that stuff up next time. And I have eggplant ready again. And I'm about to have a lot more from that one plant. So I have to be mindful of how many eggplants. If eggplant produce like that, you can have 4 bushes and have a lot of eggplant. I mean, the Japanese eggplant, I know if I've got over 24, at least, already, for 1 year, for one plant that was already ready at the store. I just purchased it and put it in the ground. And now I have seeds, so now I'm going to be growing them for seed. And I have all the eggplant seeds. So yeah, I'm going to be making that. And I want to make do cabbage too, so I can, whip up my legume and break it down and put it in the can and do it in the pressure canner because, being that it's going to be eggplant and cabbage and meat, it's going to have to be pressure canned. And whenever I want it, I could just pop it open, make some rice and put it over top of rice. It's like a stew, but it's like a gravy. It goes over top of your rice. All I can say is Google it, legume. And she makes it better than me. But mine was pretty good. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't hers. So I'm going to can that next year a lot of times for me and my son. And then I probably will mail some or take some to my other son who likes it too. And then I will give her some, of course. But majority is just to have on hand to start storing food. Speaking of food, my seedlings. So I had over like 40 collard greens because I just pretty much, when I did the collard greens, the seeds are very small. So I kind of like sprinkled them everywhere. And then when they grew and got the third leaf, I started dividing them into small peekaboo cups. So I got them into the peekaboo cups and it was fine. I got about 20 heads of cabbage. I got about 40 bushes of collards. But I got plenty of room for this stuff. So that's what I want. And I went out there one day and it wasn't neither one of them. It was my kale. Ate up, gone, broke down by some little black and yellow worms. And I was a little upset. I have to actually still sow more seeds for that. Went back out there the next day. I had already moved my spinach into its permanent bed and started lettuce beside it. They had got hold of some of my spinach. So I had to spray down with my soap water solution, try to keep them off. Then I noticed they got some of my Brussels sprouts. I'm like, you can't win for bugs. Some of the bugs weren't even there no more. So, over the time, even though I started like 20 cabbages, I only have like 18 left. Even though I started like 40 collard greens, I really only have like 30 left. So what I've been doing is I just been dumping, the little seed mixture up back into a bucket because I have to go sow. I'm going to actually sow some more collard greens just in case. I'm going to sow some more cabbage just in case the bugs get to it. I'm thinking about creating a grow light method to see how that'll be. I usually just leave my seeds outside, but I underestimated the bugs pretty much And y'all know pests will be pests. So I didn't really treat my seedlings with any soap water solution to keep them off there. So I think that's how they got me. But now with what's left, I'm doing it now. And things are, they're doing well. The seedlings, they're not getting so big. It's only been about 2 weeks for them. But they're doing all right. Think about my landscape all the time, how I'm gonna do things. Thank you for why can't I say your name? Busy Bee? I can't say your name, I'm sorry. She gave me the idea of, instead of getting the lawn fabric, which costs more, to go and get this other material that's used for roofing. Heavier, yeah. Burns down the grass, yeah. So, when the springtime comes, you guys are going to see a lot more growing out of me. All the way from tomatoes, especially cucumbers. I love cucumbers. Tomatoes and cucumbers. It's going to be my specialty, but a lot of peppers, a lot of tomatoes, a lot of cucumbers. Those are, and watermelon and cantaloupe, and look at that. Yeah, one time I was chopping. It hit the floor. It got to stay there. One time I was chopping, I put it in the trash. I put the skin in the trash. You know how you keep working. Anyway, y'all, I just thought I'd pop in, have a little conversation. I'm here listening to my YouTube family and catching up on some videos and doing that as well, and creating this content for you as well. I'm blessed to have you. Y'all, I know y'all heard this crowing in the background. I almost cut my whole finger off watching this. Y'all ain't seen Homestead High. I mean, it is so intense. I'm so glad she found these bees. I don't know what to do. It's just like a soap opera. Y'all don't even know how much time it took to cut up that case of tomatoes. And between watching Homestead Heart 3 episodes back to back, I haven't caught up with her in a minute, but that was so intriguing. Like, oh, I had to learn more. So boom, it should take me maybe about 15 minutes to cut this up. So everything is going along the way. I'm going to use what I have left in garlic, which is a clove and a half. I have at least 1, 2, 3, about 12 jalapeno peppers. I have some red peppers. I have about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of those. I have 2, 4, 6 green peppers, 3 large onions. I'm going to cut this up and add this to my salsa because I just feel like, the pack is not going to be enough. I'm debating on, do I want to do these because I'm so tired of cutting. I'm wimping out on the small stuff. All right. You get on my nerves. All right, so time to actually make the product. Y'all only could know how long it takes just because of the frustration in my voice. So this how many tomatoes I have. This is an old pressure cooker of some sort. So I hope the product turn out good. These are all the peppers, garlic. I didn't put the cayenne peppers because that little red one I asked, did anybody know what it was called? Was hot as fire. I tasted it and I paid for it. Just know that. So I'm going to go ahead and add these extra tidbits. Like I said, this recipe only calls for this. And I'm using a total of 3 packs. We know that this was 25 pounds of tomatoes. I'm going to go ahead and say it's about 20 pounds of tomatoes because I kept like a total of 6 out. So, oh, look how pretty that is. So those are fresh onions. I need all these onions. My husband ended up helping me with the vegetables, so it helped me get done faster. Based off the recipe, it's a 6-pound recipe. 6-pound recipe. I got about 20 pounds. This so I got about 18 pounds worth of recipe mix. I guess I could say it like that. So it calls for a 1/2 cup of vinegar. So because I got a little over 18 pounds of mix, I'm putting not only 3, 1/2 cup, I'm putting 2 cups of vinegar. Yeah, I know I put extra vegetables in it too, so it's not just tomatoes. I put onions and everything in there. And of course, I'll taste it and see what it tastes like. It says continue stirring the product until it becomes to a boil, and then after that, you simmer for 10 minutes. So the next part is jarring. Woohoo! I just brought y'all back in to show y'all how good this product looks. Look at that. Look how bright and vivid it looks. It smells good. It looks good. And we don't eat it warm too. We don't work all day. Lord forgive me. Last hour, 2, 3 hours cutting up tomatoes. And then my husband asked me at the last minute, why you didn't use a chopper for the garlic? That was the last thing, the garlic, the fresh garlic. He's like, why you didn't use the chopper? I like, you want to use the chopper now? Go ahead and knock it out. Like, the chopper makes stuff too fine. Just another step, another item to clean. Alright, so it's perfect. It's spicy, but it's perfect. Those little red peppers kick some heat. It's gonna be able to be a versatile sauce too. I think you're gonna be able to, or we're gonna be able to. I said that like we selling it. I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze this one lime I have in it. It's already coming to a boil. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna add this little bit of cilantro I have in it. It's not much, but let me show. It's all the cilantro I had, so I'm gonna just go ahead and use that, and I'm gonna squeeze the rest of this lime in here. And as you can see, it's coming to a boil. I'm about to start stirring it. Then I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes and let it simmer. And then I'm gonna jar it up. I'm done. Took long enough. Alright, this is the final bruja. So here we go. I'll start with my big cups first. Piping hot. 1-inch head space. I think that's the proper thing to do. I want to get something because I'm going to be dripping. This will work. Look at the product, y'all. It smells so good. It is spicy. You can see the product cooking in the jar. This is gonna take, oh yeah, I think the damn jars might be too damn hot. I'm gonna sit this right here. And see, because I do the oven method, and I decided I'm gonna do the oven method, I sure am. Debubble. Debubble is gonna be an important step in this too. Debubbling is always an important step. Don't forget to debubble. And I'm still right about at that 1 inch head space. Push the product down. I'm not gonna do too much moving around on camera because you know I'm still new to this. I'm not true to this. Cleaning off the rim. Look, don't even remember I put my stuff over here. I already had these sanitizing. Clean lids. Oh, she hot now. And basically when I do this, I'll just, by the time I get to the end, I still set a timer and then, you know, go ahead and bring it back. I'm very happy about the tomato sauce. I just wasn't happy with all that work. It's the most work I did in a minute. You know, besides like cooking for Thanksgiving or Christmas or something like that. And I don't even do that no more. I don't have to cook big meals like that anymore because all my older children are older adults and we all stay in different states. So it's very rare. When we did stay in the same state, and because, you know, I have grandkids and my grandkids have separate families and everybody want to spend time with everybody. I used to do breakfast. I used to do Christmas breakfast. So the grandkids would come over the house after they finish opening their presents. So they would usually get there about, you know, about noon. But when they came, I would have corned beef hash, salmon cakes, of course eggs, pancakes, waffles, all any kind of, but except for pork. We didn't have pork bacon or nothing like that. But we would have turkey bacon, turkey sausage. What else? We would have all juices, apple juice, anything you could think of that would be at the Golden Corral. I had it on my breakfast spread for my kids for that morning. And then for when we would start opening our gifts, I had like chips and salsa. One of my famous dips my kids will always wait for me to do for the Christmas holiday is make spinach dip. And we would eat spinach dip with the lime chips. No, we ain't always ate lime chips. You used to eat regular just tortilla chips. We just started eating lime chips like in the last 2 years. Lime chips came out and then we just started eating those because I really like those. But y'all can see what I'm doing. Filling the jars up, I'm debubbling, wiping the tops off, and just sealing them up. And let's see how many jars I get out of this. Hey, I just popped back in to let y'all know that I'm gonna need more containers. We made a lot. But I'm happy. Tonight asked me, was it worth it? I say yes. Most definitely this was worth every tomato that I peeled. so worth it. We're going to come up with the math and see how much the average jar of salsa costs and how much money we saving for the next couple of jars. I guess one jar of salsa usually lasts us about a month and a half, 2 months. So we're going to come back and give y'all that math. Okay, so paste salsa medium costs $2.68 a jar. 24-ounce jar. These are 24-ounce jars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 months right there, plus some. And these are short jars. I don't know if I debubbled that one. These are short jars, and I have plenty of more product left. So I actually have more than what I thought. So you know, when I do my spaghetti sauce, I definitely will be using bigger ounce jars. I have bigger jars, 32 ounce. I'll be using 32 ounce jars, and I probably use the whole all 12. So stay tuned for that next time, right? And keep in mind that the tomatoes were gifted to me, the case. The peppers were in my garden. And I had garlic. That wasn't in my garden. And so I might have purchased garlic a little while ago. Uh-oh. Missing some lids over here. I gotta heat up some more jars anyway. So I know I got some more 16 ounces not going out. It's raining here, so thank God for the rain. But yeah, Alexa, set a time for 5 minutes. I'm gonna heat up some more jars. And I'm gonna put the rest of these products, this product away. I'm going to put some in the refrigerator. And Alexa is unplugged. I don't have a top for this one. So I gotta boil some more lids and look for some more tops. And I'm going to let my husband sample it. I'll get back with y'all. Okay. So I want to go ahead and end this video by saying it was so worth it. I persevered and I made it through. I know exactly why I started canning. Not just to preserve food for the future, but so we can still stop going out there giving all these big box stores our money. Oh yeah, I can see I went to the 32 ounce on them. Had to. So it's last jar, so might be 1, might be 2. Product cooled down, but the jar is still very hot. Sorry for all the noise. I'm well. My family is well. I'm so glad I started growing my own food. It is such a great thing and a great feel to be doing this. I'm pretty sure I have way more things to jar. My stockpile will be so big one day with my own items. Oh, debubble. Can't be playing around. Some debubbling. Getting any air bubbles out of it. And I think we're going to just use this for like a tomato sauce, this one right here. Yeah, I might hear some of the other ones sealing in the background. right before I turned on the camera, one of them was sealing. They already been flipped over for the 5 minutes. And y'all have a great rest of your night, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and get this last jar in. I have one more extra jar too, just in case this don't make it. It's only let me just let y'all see. I'm about to be gangster now. Well, it's not full all the way up. It's probably be one of the first ones we use. Still one of, even though it has a lot of juice in it, it does still have a lot of product in it too. A real good product as well. The salsa is spicy. But y'all have a good night. Thank you so much for watching.